Mr. Bobcats have been successful this season, as we just mentioned, and the Canadian Junior Hockey League took notice. First, they cracked the top 20 in December, and then they made a steady climb since. The CJHL rankings just came out again, and the Bobcats have made another move. They currently sit now in 11th place, moving up one spot from 12th. The AJHL has two teams in the top 10. Fort Mac is in 6th, and Spruce Grove has lost 2 of their last 3, and they dropped to 3rd from their spot last week at 2nd, and the Humboldt Broncos now leapfrog the Saints, while the Penticton Vs of the BCHL retain top spot. All right, the 2011 and 12 season has been a great one for Scott Hartnell. He leads the Flyers in goals and plus-minus. He was also invited to his first All-Star game, which he had 2 assists and was a +2. But his biggest accomplishment was falling 4 times on the ice, all in the name of charity. If you're not familiar with Hartnell Down, it originally started due to Hartnell's skating ability or lack thereof. It was an instant hit on Twitter, and now Hartnell has embraced it, donating $1,000 for every time he falls on the ice or for every goal. Hartnell was a little overwhelmed by the response to the website after the All-Star game.
This past weekend, the website just blew up. Honestly, I did get some great TV time on CBC and NBC as well, and just the sales and everything has just been incredible.
As we mentioned earlier in the program, the Lloydminster Bobcats have moved up to 11th spot in the country and have hopes to move into the top 10 by the end of the season. In this week's edition of Beyond the Boards, Mike Baden sits down with Bobcats forward Lyndon Lewis to discuss the team's ambition heading into the home stretch.
Today I'm here at the Civic Center catching up with Lloydminster Bobcat Lyndon Lewis. So Lyndon, your team's moved into the top 15 in the country. Do you guys talk about that much?
Obviously it comes up, but can't really focus on it too much. It'd be nice to get up into the top 10, but just take it one game at a time, and hopefully we can make our way up there.
Is that your goal for season's end, is to get in the top 10? Obviously, once playoffs come, you want to win the championship, but do you guys have any goals coming up until then?
The only goals we have as of late is just take it one game at a time. You don't want to get too caught up and look too far ahead because you get too distracted. So let's take it one shift, one period, one game at a time, and hopefully we can just win those little segments. And those little steps and little goals are going to help us achieve the big picture. So just one goal at a time.
And is there anything that you're working on specifically by yourself to try to improve the team?
My defensive end. That obviously needs some work on. And just to be more patient with the puck and make smarter decisions.
And who was your biggest mentor when you were growing up, NHL, anywhere?
I'd have to say my dad. He really pushed me to be the best I can be and be as best man as I can be, and always have a good work ethic and always trying to improve and make yourself better day in and day out.
Perfect. Thank you. That's all I need. That's this week's edition of Beyond the Boards.
Beyond the Boards is brought to you by City Center Auto Body. They can fix anything at City Center Auto Body Lloydminster.